Wow, something really strange happened today. Strange, but not so strange. That a person I met at the beach in a certain way 2 years ago, and she was talking about me to her daughter, and she was making already a prejudgment of me in a positive way. Like I knew something because I look that way, or because I'm having the fins and the mask, whatever. How people can always make a story about someone instead of asking. And I felt that very first day. And when I was telling her about different things, about different dimensions, and then she said that she tried weed before. She was interested about other worlds, the way I was feeling not being high on weed. The thing is that happened one day 2 years ago, and today I have met this person. She wanted to get weed. She didn't know where. Probably she knew where I was living, that I was living here. Because I said, "Are you in Las Palmas?" No, I live here. Because I said, it's around the corner where I live. Oh yeah, so okay, perfect. So I meet you, and then blah blah blah, and then we were going to have an experience with all these Wonderland show, Wonderland class, Wonderland experience, Wonderland multimedia, cinema, theater, philosophy, everything to get her to her own higher, it's not higher consciousness, it's probably just her, how is it called? Altered consciousness. And she was aware of all these things every time I was telling her. Of course, just like always, I am always the awareness. Just like a policeman say, stop. Like, do you see this? That this is the same thing as before, the other roundabout, and the other roundabout, it was not about roundabouts. But then people, they understand the concept and say, yeah. So every time I was telling stories, the way I always do, she was listening and then imagining probably what the next thing was gonna be. So if I'm slowly saying about how wonderful is this, and then is looking at the finger, and maybe I was talking about the bat. Here on the screen, probably the effect is just the opposite. In real life, what I mean is not physical, it's conceptual. So conceptually, she beat the prey. let it go. I'm talking about that. Buy that if you want. Conceptually. And then this is exactly the same thing as happened when we first met. And this thing was happening all the time. And she wants to learn how not to be like that. But she didn't know that until I told her. Exactly. How do you? She couldn't say with her own words, and I said, "What you came here to learn to do?" And she said, "Yeah, like a normal thing." And I said, "Yeah, but this is what I asked you that you couldn't say with words. Remember?" Oh, yeah. Because I'm painting the whole new universe for this person. That is my universe. And what I'm doing is just sharing my universe, and they can have it as a demo because their own universe, they just need to find the key and the keyhole and open it. And it is this one in your own wish, on your own experience, on your own sound, on your own color, and completely new. Just to start your life in there, and then from there you are my neighbor and you come and visit me. Otherwise, you are only my guest. And this is how people are feeling all the time with gurus. that one, if they never get to a higher level of consciousness connected to the supraconsciousness, they are always going to be following their guru. And the thing is that I have never followed anybody. Never. Maybe something in other land, of course. But once you are aware, even in that, you stop following it. Because even if you are the leader, you stop being the leader, because once you are aware of that, maybe you find something that takes you to a higher level, and for you it's not worthy to continue in that. But it's not a bad thing. But for me, it's like digging deeper into the cavern. Even knowing that there are other caverns, but there are some people that they got higher level of consciousness, and then they love that cavern, and they go deeper, and they got the gold and the diamonds and everything. But probably they don't get the quantum mechanics connections. Maybe this person doesn't get how the blood of the universe is just what we don't see in the air, because it's not what we see, what we don't know, because we don't see the air, but we know. When I say see, I mean we can measure it, we can weight it, we can know everything about all the composition, right? And that's not even 1% of the rest of the things that we cannot measure. And those rest of the things are the connections of everything, as with the rocks, as with the plants, as with the people. And you can feel connection with any of that. But some people are so fucking obsessed that they think they just listen to this and they say, that's what has happened to me. And then they bite here and they want to be the leaders, because whatever, they are always in a race. And this is what this woman is going. So it's a race against yourself and based on a material world, of course. So this is the most common thing that I observe in humanity. And it was such an amazing experience, because it was everything flowing that way until this person decided to leave for the same reason, for running away forward. I said, learn the concept of huir hacia adelante. And I don't know, it's like running away forward. I don't know if that is exactly the translation, but that's what I meant conceptually all the times. And she was living that every time. And I was telling her, you see, again, yeah, and again. And then I was making the same thing. She was saying different sentences, and I say, I'm going to perform just what you just did. And I was just pressing the gas and then pressing deeper the gas in the car. And it was just the sentences that she was saying about anything. I don't remember. And she could see it again and again. So maybe after seeing it 7 times, probably she learned enough. It was probably painful for her ego, and she decided to leave. But there can be many reasons. And the worst one, if it is true, is that she's going to drive her daughter to the south. And I said, I don't think you should be driving right now. And she said because she was running away forward, right? All the time. Instead of flowing with things. But there are so many different intentions that I said, you can lie to me in everything and anything. I don't care. You just are going to make me believe something that you are pretending to be. And then sooner or later, I realize, because you are looking at the painting that I made, or you are listening to the color that I was painting you. Yeah, listening to the color. So when you realize that you are listening to some color, and then I see what you are feeling, I can guide you, and I can observe if you are lying in that mode, if you are connected in that feeling. I can see that you are lying to yourself, and I can tell you, and I can show it, and you recognize that. It happens to me always, infinite percent of the times, has nothing to do with anything rational. So it happens or it doesn't happen. That's it. That's it. When you are true to that and you share it, that person is already 100% sure of what I said. And I was infinite percent sure of what I said because I felt it way, way, way deeper than any rational thoughts. So when they arise through my mouth, they are basic things. It comes from much deeper connection. And I thank her because I said, in my life, all my stories, all my videos, everything come from situations like this. And I don't need to be high for these kind of things to happen. But I need other people to be high for these kind of things to happen. Sometimes, not always. And maybe if this person was not high on weed, who knows? Probably nothing good for me would have happened. I don't know. I don't know what her intentions were. No idea. Anything I could expect, absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. And now that these kind of things happen to me many times in my life without the weed. Many times, many, probably every single day. Every single day. And sometimes, many times the same day. And some of the times maybe it happens, but I am not aware of that happening because I am more aware on something, or because maybe I am resetting or refilling or reconnecting, whatever. I have no idea. All these words are new for me and means nothing and means everything. It's a way of sharing on real time the whole story, but it's not real time. The real time would have been if I put the camera and the whole show that happened, that is like a exorcism ceremony, but in the brightest, pinkest, poppiest, happiest, lucidest, brightest way. But it's an exorcism, the same way, but is the not dual exorcism.